Are you guys ready to see one of the best new Swimbait molds on the market? Let's go. So paddle-tail swim baits are one of those baits you can use all year long. Now the frustrating part when it comes to making them is having to inject every single individual cavity because you typically have to buy individual sprues like this to get proper laminates. Well, now there's a way around that. So there's another company that's coming out with these awesome new swim bait molds. And as you can see, there's just one injection port, it's a high cavity count, and you can laminate these baits the proper way. So let's go take a look at this mold a little bit closer. So what we have here is a 3.8 inch paddle tail swim bait mold. As I mentioned, you just have one injection port. The design of this mold allows you to actually make proper top and bottom laminates. And the cool thing about this is how the tails basically hang off the edge of this mold. The reason they do that is because the design of this mold allows them to vent all the air out of the tails, and every tail will fill in completely while still allowing you to get proper laminates. So all of you that have shot swim bait molds in the past know you're either going to be injecting every single bait by itself or you're going to get voids in the tails. So this is the only way to design a mold to get tails to vent properly and everything fill in completely and still get the laminates you want. So we're going to kick this off with just a solid color. We're going to throw this in the microwave, get it cooked, and then we'll start mixing our color. So we're going to start with 1 cup of plastic. We're going to go with a 1/16 teaspoon of just some white pearl. This pearl in particular has a little bit of almost like a violet highlight to it. We're also going to go with 1/16 of small 0.015 black flake. And the same 1/16 of 0.015 silver. Now let's get that mixed in. We are ready to inject. So I wanted to do a single color at first to show you guys that a 6-ounce injector is more than enough to fill this mold. I was curious when I got it myself, so the only thing I've done so far is ran some remelt through this just to try it out. But a 6-ounce injector is plenty to fill it up. It is time to check these out. I've already peeked, I'm not gonna lie. So here you have all 8 cavities, and then the cool part, like I was saying, the way these tails vent, or the way the mold is vented, all of these tails fill out completely and perfectly every single time. So super, super cool. It makes it so much faster if you want to make a bunch of swim baits. This particular mold makes 8 at a time. They do make a 2.8 and 3.3 inch version of this as well. And I think they have plans to bring out even more sizes. But yeah, there you go, guys. That is an awesome little swim bait. So we're going to get our next 2 cups of plastic cooked up, and then we're going to show you how this laminates. For our laminate, we're going to go with a 1/16 teaspoon of violet highlight for the belly color. And for the top, we're just going to go with 3 drops of black. We're going to get those mixed in real quick. Alright, now to really set this laminate off, we're going to use some of the 8-Bit Baits Sonic powder. So we're going to go 1/32 teaspoon in the top on the black side. And then I'm only going to use about half of this 30 seconds for the belly. because it's not going to show up in the belly color all that well until you look at it from the bottom, because then it'll reflect off of that black and you'll get that shine. So we're going to go ahead and get all these mixed in, and then we're going to get ready to inject. Look at that Sonic. Isn't that awesome? We're not going to add any flake to this one. We're just going to go with these colors right here. That 8-Bit Baits Sonic powder is going to be more than enough. Look at that. All right, we're going to get these warmed back up, get our temperatures even, and get to injecting. Here we go. We got the top on the right, the belly on the left. Let's get this laminate run. So here we go on the first laminate. I did not peek at this one. I figured we could open it together. Look at that. That is awesome. So this is kind of like a glass shad looking color. It's very see-through. If you look at it straight on, you don't see a whole lot of color, but then look at that. Isn't that just incredible? And again, all those tails filled out perfectly. No voids in any of them. Just an awesome little mold. Let's get these out. And there you have a nice close-up. So you can see these baits have the nice hook slot in the top. There's a little hook slot in the bottom. And you can see all these ribs fill out great. Really, really awesome mold. And that 8-Bit Baits Sonic powder is probably my favorite of the bunch. It just I was talking to Michael about it the other day. It's subtle and powerful all at the same time. Isn't that killer looking color? All right, so we're going to get some of these pulled off. We'll grab some of the first rounds. We'll check them all out. I think I have enough remelt left to make one more run. So I added about 5 more drops of black into this side. I'm going to use the small 0.015 Sparkle Violet. I'm going to go with a 1/4 teaspoon in both sides, just to give it that little extra flash. I'm going to get these mixed in, injected real quick, and we'll see how these look. You guys ready to check these out? Is it really even fair to the fish? That is absolutely killer. Adding that little bit of sparkle flake and then just a couple more drops of black to darken that top. Just add that little bit extra. That is awesome. All right, now we really will get all these together and check them all out. And here's a look at all 3 of these that we made today. So as you can see, this is the very convenient part of the single injection port high cavity molds. We just injected 3 times and we've got 24 paddle tails ready to go. I'll grab one of each of these colors and we'll take a close-up look. Here's a quick look at the 3 colors we made today. So this first one is it's essentially like a monkey milk type color. I used one that has a little bit more white pearl than just a traditional highlight. We've got this one with that smoky top, the violet highlight belly, and then the 8-Bit Baits Sonic powder. Again, all these tails fill in complete. And then we added the little bit darker top and that violet sparkle flake to just add that little bit of extra flash. But again, these are just fantastic little baits. It has a pretty wide, erratic kick, similar to like a Kitech style bait. You can see all of these laminate perfectly. Just a really, really good option for all of you swimbait guys out there. There you have it, guys. That is our first look at this little 3.8-inch swimbait from Kearby. They do offer 2.8, 3.3, and then this 3.8-inch sizes, and I believe they have intentions of coming out with larger sizes in the future. I'll leave their website linked down below. The first thing a lot of you guys are going to notice when you look at this mold is it does have a pretty hefty upfront price tag. However, when you look at price per cavity and what you're able to get with an individual injection port mold, I believe it is well worth it. Just like a lot of you guys, it has been raining here for about a week straight. So all of our water is chocolate milk, but I will try to get just a little bit of an action footage clip and throw it in here at the end. Let me know what you guys think of this little mold. I'm super happy with it so far. And again, thank all of you guys for continuing to watch. If you like something in this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one.